आप उर्दू भी बहुत अच्छी बोलती हैं, है
नहीं।
ना?
ये झूठ है।
ये झूठ है. But where did you, let's talk a little bit about language. आपने उर्दू कैसे सीखी, कहाँ पे सीखी?
शुरू से शाहरुख खान से।
That's one thing we agree on, against a lot of people. I'm
Veer
still
Zara is still my favorite.
Veer Zara's your favorite. Okay. Yeah, I have so many. I have Dil Se is my favorite, of course.
That's a
DDLJ.
really profound film, actually.
And but Swades has to be the at the top.
Well, talking about Pardesis.
Right, right, right. So Shah Rukh Khan, credit goes to Shah Rukh Khan, first teacher in Urdu.
Yeah, and then actually there were a couple of students from LUMS who helped me with my Urdu, but I wouldn't want to mention them because I would spoil their reputation. Because obviously you would expect much better Urdu from somebody who lived there for 2 years, but at the end of the day, everybody in LUMS was speaking English, and so the only people I was speaking Urdu with were the Darzi, the Nokrani, and the Rikshiwala. So
And
it's
sometimes,
like I maintain that the little Urdu that helps you at the airport security to get a free upgrade, or
ah,
you know, all
nice.
that kind of stuff.
Again, yeah. And sometimes you could speak Urdu a little too well for people to understand, right? What was that
Yeah.
anecdote about?
Well, as I arrived in LAMS, I just wanted to know everything, so I enrolled on Professor Nomanul Haq's course on Ghalib. Can you hear
The
Ghalib?
Gha?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I learned a few words, and then that week I went to Liberty because I needed to buy some things for my new flat, and so I asked a shopkeeper, "Aapke paas aina hai?" And the poor guy said, "Kya matlab? Kya matlab?" And then finally I saw it somewhere and pointed to it, and he said, "Ah, mirror."
It's interesting how English works in Pakistan in place of Urdu sometimes. So you talked about, and you were very generous about talking about Pakistani students and the environment at LUMS. What was the dynamic like with the faculty and the
Well, that was another
discourse?
reason why I left university life when I came back to England, because I remember spending hours with my colleagues who always had their office doors open, and I would go there and order some chai and sit down, and we would talk about something we read that morning, the night before, some film we watched, some kavali we went to, and this very organically snowballed into other topics, other conversation, other thoughts. There was effervescence. There was a sense of talking between humans creates ideas, and it was a really stimulating environment and very friendly. And coming back to the UK, the experience was, if you want to meet, we make an appointment and we'll have an agenda, and I thought thinking couldn't progress. Original thinking couldn't happen as it did in Pakistan. So that was another thing that was really hard to readjust once I got back.
Yeah, it's hard for the mind to go and to do philosophical wandering when we are stuck in a 3 to 5 point agenda for a meeting. I've been in the US 5 years, and when I was trying to schedule a conversation with you, I was trying to be that person trying to schedule, and then you were like, "How about I just send you a voice note and we try to figure it out?" And I was like,
You
"Yes,
see,
we
I'm
can
more
do that."
desi than you.
That was certainly more desi than me, and I was like, "Yeah, that works. That's easier. That's easier." I'm gonna put you on a spot a little bit. Would you say were some of the little or big highlights from your time in Pakistan? What are some of the things that you missed the most?
Well, first of all, I was a kind of celebrity. So I was on, what is it called? Sunday Times?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, so
The
a few
newspaper.
times I had pictures in the Sunday Times. Of course, that had never happened. It will never happen again in my life. So that felt nice. Um, then, well, live Cavallis. I mean, is there something more moving than a live cavalli? And
Nice.
I mean, I personally, I don't think there can be.
Yeah.
So there is that. Some of my best friends are in Pakistan. You will know them. Dr. Sadaf Ahmed, Dr. Ali Khan, Sheryar Khan Saab.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
Right.
The affection that was showed to me by the students, something that I think would never be replicated. And then if we go on more superficial things, but that are very important to me, the food.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You know, going out for nihari on a
Uh-huh.
Sunday morning,
Uh-huh.
or halim, or faluda, which probably how I got all the parasites I got. And then, you know, the shopping, and I don't want to sound too materialistic, but it's a different experience. You know, you go to Liberty, you've done your research, you are going to match all the different fabrics for the dupatta, you choose the gala, and
Right.
you know,
It's a creative process.
it's a process.
Yeah.
And in that process, you interact with so many people, the vendors, the tailors, the darzi, the rickshaw, the other women who are choosing the things. Everything is so full of human interactions. I mean, you know, you don't go online and click on something and it's going to be delivered to you at home from a rushed Amazon deliverer.
Yeah. You are making me so nostalgic now. I'm beginning to but what I don't miss is when the shop guy, the store person, would dole out the thing with the fabric and wear it, and then he would try to show it off. It's a different
Why would you
world.
miss it? Come on. That's part of the fun. In terms of what instead I didn't miss when I left was having to go everywhere by car. It was so liberating to be. I moved back to Cardiff, which is a city, but you know, I was going to the cinema on foot and coming back on foot 10, 11 o'clock at night, and the security and the freedom of that was it felt so good that I just wanted to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I think there is a gender element to that, it's more difficult for women even to ride a bicycle or ride a scooter and all of that. But there is also a humane part of being out and about rather than locked in your car, where you necessarily hear other people, smell other people, touch other people, and you keep more human. And I regret that cities in Pakistan are losing that element very much, because that doesn't bring democracy when people stay locked in their cars and they lose touch with the people on their bicycle or you know, on their cart or things like that.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for balancing it out. I think we fall, as Pakistanis, we will often highlight all the good parts in the food and the tourism and the hospitality, which are all true. But at the same time, we should also recognize and be aware of all the things that we can improve.
Well, as we Europeans should be aware of all the things we put you through when you come here.
Oh yeah, that's another episode of all of the experiences of an immigrant. And okay, let me volunteer to sing a couple of lines for you. It's one of my favorite songs by an artist named Alamgir, and it goes Suna Suna ha Jeevan apna Suna Suna Jeevan apna Suna Suna Jeevan apna. And this is all the people you left behind at LUMS. They're calling out to you. Tum jeevan mein rang bakhero, छोड़ो भी चुप रहना, बोलो ना bolo na suna suna jeevan apna. Thank you.
Vajiva. Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Khuda Hafiz. Bye.
Bye.